Hey, what's up guys, it's me, Full-Time Cuber, and today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to solve the Square-1. So guys, I am here today and I decided that, hey, why don't I make a tutorial, because, yeah, so today I'm still keeping my promise on uploading every 2 videos every week. If you like those videos, please leave a like and subscribe. So here we have, guys, today is my 3 only square ones I actually do have. Before we get started, I just want to say that before you even learn how to solve the Rubik's Cube in the first place, before you even learn how to do that, you had to learn basic notation, which is like R, R prime, L prime, L, U, U prime, D prime, D, B, B prime, and, you know, so on. So pretty much, I have to teach you guys basic notation with the Square-1. Number 1, before you even get started to that, if you haven't learned how to solve the 3x3, I recommend you pause this video and you go down to my friend Loomer Cuber. He has a how to solve a Rubik's Cube tutorial. He will teach you, and I think it's a good tutorial. So go ahead and check out his channel, link in the description. Also, his video will also be linked in the description. So number 1 with Square-1. Number 1 thing about Square-1 is that it doesn't have letter as notation, it has numbers. For example, if I say 1 commas, so the format is right up here. Let me show you the format. Okay, so if I say slash, that means you go twice up, slicing through the middle. Slash again means that. Normally, you would never actually do the left side at all, unless like there's some finger trick you use if you want to go like that. I mean, I don't even know, but like normally people would never actually use the left slash. You always go with the right and you slash all the time. Then the 0 and the comma, you see 0, comma 0, then parentheses in between those two. The first 0 right up here, it means the top layer. This is the top layer. The next 0 to your right means the bottom layer. So pretty much what you're going to be doing, let's say if I say 1 comma 0, that means you go 1 comma 0, and that's just it. But if it says slash 1 comma 0 slash, that means, wait, no, sorry. If I say 1 comma 0 slash, that means 1 comma 0, so nothing on the bottom, but then slash. That's how you would basically do it. But this is what I first confused me. These edges right here are, I could explain this more complexly, but pretty much they're worth 2. So if I say -2, you wouldn't do this, because this is worth 2. So if I said -2, comma 0, then you would go here. Okay? If I say 3, comma 0, you would do this, because instead of doing this, you would do 1, this is 1, and 2. So 1 plus 2 equals 3. That's how you do it. Now, the bottom is pretty much the same exact concept as the top layer, but it's the exact opposite. Same thing like a 3x3. This is R prime. But if this is R prime, then this is L prime. So it's the exact opposite from this side, but Square-1 is like that. So pretty much you just twist it. So pretty much if I say -3, comma -3, that means this is -3, because remember the 2, -3. Then if I say comma -3, you're going to go, instead of going this way, you're going to be going this way, because it's the exact opposite. So like right here. That is the basic notation. So before I just let you guys go by, I'm just gonna go quickly tell you guys if you guys. I'm gonna go give you an example, and I'm gonna go quickly pause the video. I'm not gonna actually show you how to do it because I want you guys to learn the notation. So here is the notation right above. So now what you want to do is you want to pause the video. Then I'm going to go ahead and stop and wait until you guys get to it. Then re-go back to it, and then it will be right here. So if you guys did that notation correctly, you would end up with 2 down here, 2 up here. 2 of these edges need to be swapped. So that is an algorithm I just taught you guys, but we're not going to be using it right now. So pretty much, guys, so now I've already taught you guys notation. If you guys want to relearn the notation, if you guys didn't get it, then you can go back to that back there, I guess. Just go slide back, and I'll put the exact time where I'm explaining things in that exact order. So guys, if you want to go back, then just rewind, and let's go on to the next step of learning how to solve the Square-1. So guys, the next step I'm going to be showing you guys is the main concept of the beginners of how to solve the Square-1. So here I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what you first need to do. The first thing you want to do is you want to get all the 8 edges on this top right here. So as we do that, I'm going to go bring up 4 here. Then we have 4 edges all by itself here. I'm going to bring up that. So pretty much I'm going to go quickly do it because I don't want to explain it, because I'll explain it later. So after we have these 8 edges here, I'm going to split them continuously until I get the cube shape. So cube shape is the first thing learning how to solve the Square-1. The next step is the corners. So if I do that, it will the corners. The next step is the edges. So I want to go switch these 2 edges. So after I solve the top phase and the bottom phase, the next thing I want to learn, the next I'm going to go is I'm going to be orienting the corners. So I'm going to explain this on like a 3x3. So like, this is like a oriented corner 3x3. So pretty much we have the corner matched here, and all the corners are in the right spot. But when you get the thing done, so pretty much that's the thing with here. But you're on both on top to bottom. So I'm gonna quickly do that. Oops, I messed up. And then back here. Okay, so now you have that. The next thing you want to do is you want to orient, or no, this is called EP, which means edge permutation. So we'll just do this, and then the last step, of course, to learning how to solve the Square-1 is, of course, parity. Parity is a very common thing you will be learning. So I'm actually gonna do, I'm gonna first explain this video, and if you guys don't get it, I'm gonna make a whole entire video of how to memorize the parity. Parity is like a long algorithm, just like this. And then, of course, whenever you don't have any done, like if you had to switch these things, you would just quickly switch it, and then you would finally solve the Square-1. I do average about 25 to 35, almost 25 actually to 40 seconds. It's a huge range for me, but that's how it is. So now let's get on to explaining on how to solve the actual Square-1. So guys, here we have the same scramble I used as my walkthrough scramble. I'm going to be doing with our actual thing. So here we have 3 cases. So I'm going to be explaining this in 3 different ways technically. So pretty much, I'm going to be starting off with the first thing you want to do. So pretty much, I'm going to be teaching you guys. So pretty much this part of the step of how to solve the Square-1 is pretty much self-explanatory. I learned how to solve the Square-1 from I learned it from Brandon Lin, but he didn't explain 2 things I thought were not fair. He didn't really put the time into explaining cube shape, he just said it was very self-explanatory. You have to be smart. I don't see that as a thing. I think that he should have maybe made a walkthrough. He did do a walkthrough, like he just tried to help you with different, like you could learn full cube shape, which I'm still doing right now, or you can learn this way, which is still a good way. I mean, it takes a long time, about 10 seconds to do if you really work on it fast. It really just depends. So here is one of the quick cases. This is the same case, but I'm maybe teaching you guys kind of what I do. So what I first look for when I'm making cube shape is, what he just said is you have to do it, just try to find where you get 8 edges. But what I first look for is I'll find a way to grab at least four centers, edges at the same spot. Forgot to explain at first that these are corners and these are edges. So then the edges, so what I would first do in this case, if you have 3 here and 2 down here, is I would do is I'd first line it up like this to here, right there, and I would line these up too. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm adding 2 and breaking that 3 and leaving the 2 behind, but I'm pretty much, see what I'm doing is I'm taking away that 1, but I'm leaving it with 4, okay? Then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to, turns out the only case I can do here is add 5. So the ones you're going to be looking for is, you're going to be looking for 4s, 2s, and 6s, because edges paired up together, because in that case you're going to be more lucky. You don't want to use the things that have 3s, 5s, 3s, 5s, and 7s. Now, that won't even happen anyway. 7 is like impossible, but you don't want to look for any odd numbers, because what that's gonna do is you can't really build it from there, because you're gonna have to add 1 at a time to make it even. So I would just make it as possible as to get evens all the time, but sometimes you have to add a 5th one like that. But then you're gonna break up that 5th again and add these 2, and then that's gonna give you 2 right here. But you still have those 4. Then I like to call this a switch and turn, or a switch. I call this part a switch slash. It's not an actual name that really people use, but that's how I help myself learn how to do this. Which means this type of method, so you trade something for something greater. Switch slash means I'm gonna first put 1 to make 5 again, but then I'm gonna switch it with another slash with another 2, and that 2 is gonna give me 6. Okay, so you have 6 here, and then I'm gonna teach you guys from there how to get 8. So the first step is to get 6, and then there's like some algorithms or something like that. I'll teach you guys how to do 8. So let's get on to that part. Okay guys, this next part is going to be kind of complex. So there are going to be 3 cases that are going to be stumping you guys, saying, what am I supposed to do now? One of them, which is going to be hard, the other 2 are going to be really easy. So the first thing is I'm going to go flip this up like, oops. You're going to have these 3 cases to make 8 edges. You're going to have these 2, and one that's separated from each other. I call this the one L, a straight line, and I don't know what I call this one, I don't know. But I call this one L and straight line. How I help myself learn these is I call this one loser, because this one is probably going to stop your time faster. This one's going to be called, these 2 are probably the easiest ones, so they're going to probably fasten your time up. The most common I see a lot are probably these 2. So you definitely want to learn these 2. This one and these 2 are pretty simple altogether. So I'm gonna start with this one. So if you have a line across from each other, you're just gonna line up along these 8. This is gonna happen if you're gonna do this method, but 8. So you're gonna find 6 here. You're gonna see 6 here, and 2 straight lines, and you're just gonna add it like that. That's how simple it is. You just slash once. This is like the only time when you're building, when you're not doing any algorithms, you are probably going to use left slashes or right slashes depending on how you're holding it. So that's 8. This one is also pretty simple. It's also just a slash up. you just bring it up along with this, like that. This one is where it gets complicated. This one you have to really listen forward to. So what we want to first do is line it up in between these two. When this L is like this, like that, and between these two, you do a slash. Then you're gonna move. You're gonna do 3. So pretty much, this is gonna be the algorithm on the top right here. First is you're gonna do slash 3, comma -2, slash 2, slash. And there you have all those 8 edges. So now it's going to make this one even easier. This part's kind of easy as well. You're going to be splitting and splitting continuously. What I meant by splitting, even through the walkthrough solve, is you're going to be first splitting these two, these 8 in half. So then you have 4 here and 4 here. Then you're going to line up the 4 in the middle and the 4 in the middle, like that. And you're going to split again. Then what you're going to do next is you're going to line up the 2, but instead of lining up the 2 again and splitting, you're actually going to line up like this. Lining up the 2 like this. You're going to line up 2 against the front side of this. I think that we call this like a barrel, and you're going to go put it like that, and then you're going to slash. Now, this is what we call, I think, kite. I think you call this one kite. This one is going to be very common. If you ever see this case like this, just simply go and connect them like this, and just slash, and you get the thing. So these, whenever you unslash like the actual cube shape, you will see this, and you just slash back, and it's done. I'll do this again. You first split it apart from each other, split again, and then instead of doing, you do barrel, and then side is the barrel, slash, and then you see this kite, and then you just make it normal. Again, I'll show this thing go fast this time since I already showed you guys. If you guys want to see it, then just go like that, and I just go like this, like that. So pretty much there are you guys done with the first step. Congratulations. The next step is easier, and now we're going to get into the algorithms, so stay tuned for that. So guys, the next step is we're going to be doing solving the corners, which is called CO. CO stands for corner orientation. So now let's get right to it. The first thing, pretty much, we're gonna get about 3 type of cases. You're gonna get this. These 2 cases are the same exact thing. And you're gonna get this. So these 2 are pretty much the same thing. I'm gonna start with the hard-ish one. They're not that hard actually at all. But the first thing you always want to do is you want to line up, you want to make this. You want to make something like this, where you have 2 lined up like this, white and yellow, white, yellow and white, or like that, yellow and white. Then it's going to be easier because then you can only do, all you have to do is just only do 1 slash to go up, or my bad, sorry, 1 slash, and you get to go up. Like that, okay? So now this one goes like this. First you want to create a 3. So I forgot to mention, if you guys want to keep the cube shape without like splitting like that, you always have to go at least 1 comma off. So if I say 1 comma 0 slash, that's gonna keep it. If I say -1 comma 0 slash, it's going to keep it. But if I don't do anything and just slash, it's going to become a kite, and you don't want that. So I'll just do a -1 comma 0 slash, or sorry, 0 comma -1 slash, and you get these 3 corners here. Then what you want to do is you want to match these 2 together. So this one's by itself, so we want to go ahead and bring it up like that, and then we're going to go bring it back down There we have this one done. The next one I'm gonna do it again. So you want to bring the corner up to make 3. Then what you want to do is you want to take the white and bring up the lone white. Then bring it down back to make all the corners solved. Okay guys, so the next step we're going to be doing is called EO, I believe. It's called edge orientation, where you want to bring the edges to a rightful spot. So now, they're going to be cases, but all you have to know is one algorithm. But when you get advanced, then you're gonna be doing something like this. So this, with the normal method I'm gonna be teaching you guys, this method is usually used by speed solvers. But if you know the advanced tutorial, pretty much what you would do with this one is with one algorithm I can solve this. But normally with the beginner's method, you're gonna have to learn 2 algorithms to solve this case. It depends on how many edges are made off. For example, I'm gonna put 3x3 into this. If I mix up this 3x3, so cross is everything normal. It's normal. If you guys don't use the TheFatRat method, then you wouldn't know that. But with the beginner's method, you'd be inserting one corner at a time. But with the advanced method, you're inserting the edge and the corner at the same time, like this. And pretty much it would getting the first layer and the second layer are 2 different steps in the beginner's method. But in the advanced method, it takes only 1 step. Whenever you do this, you would want to get the cross on the top. But with the advanced method, with one algorithm, you have the top phase. And then with this one, you would want to get all the corners permuted. But this one, with one algorithm, you can actually solve the whole entire cube. So as you can see, it's kind of the same concept with this one. You have to first learn the beginner's method, then you can learn the advanced method. So the advanced method with this one would go like this. Done. But I'm gonna teach you guys the normal method, which means one algorithm. So with this one, the algorithm. Sorry guys. Sorry. My bad. The algorithm goes like this. So what you want, let's say I want to switch this edge with this edge right here, then you'd bring the top edge to face to the right, like this. So it's in its rightful spot. But the bottom edge to the back. So now I'm switching these two like this. Where this algorithm is going to show right here. 1, 0, slash 3, 0, slash 3, 0, slash -1, -1, -1, -1, slash -3, 1, 1, no, my bad. So actually you want to go -1, but then 2. When you go back 3, I said that right. Oh, I messed up. Whoops, sorry guys. Oh, okay, I had it actually. No, I had it. I'm gonna redo that. So guys, I did actually mess up this algorithm, so I'm gonna redo it. The back and the front. Goes like this. 1, 0, slash 3, 0, slash 3, 0, slash -1, -1, slash sorry, -3, -2, -1, or just 1, slash, and then you just do -4, -3, 0, slash. Sorry, it just doesn't come to me yet, but okay. Then you would do this again, because you just got rid of these 2 edges. Bring this edge to the right here, so on the right, on the back, and again. 1, 0, slash 3, 0, slash 3, 0, slash -1, -1, slash -1, oh wait, my bad, sorry. -2, -1, slash, and then just -3, comma 0 slash. So then you would have this full phase. I'll do this again right here. I'll show you how this goes if you go fast. It goes like this. Also, guys, learn finger tricks for these algorithms, because then it'd be easier. There we have the top and the front. So now, the next step to learning how to solve this is called EC, which, wait, no, it's not called that, my bad, CP, which means corner permutation. So this is how it goes. Pretty much, what you would want to do, this is actually really simple. It's just one algorithm. So how I would do this is what I like to call freelance, which means there's nothing really. This is actually a normal EPerm on the 3x3. This is what I call. It's like an EPerm. But the thing about EPerms is that in the regular beginner's method, what you would have to do is you would have to learn to do this algorithm to get the corners solved, which is the same thing we're doing for Square-1 with this type of thing, and with one algorithm to do that. But the thing about this one is you have to do the algorithm twice. So for some areas you have to do it twice, so some areas you have to do it once. So this one, for this one, I look for blocks like this. If it's like a T-perm or like a headlights, always put it in the back and do this algorithm. If it's like a block like this one, always put it in the back. If you don't have any of this stuff, then like if you don't have any block or anything like a full 3-block or headlights, like the 3-block, I mean like that in a headlight or headlights, then you can just do the algorithm wherever you want, holding it like this. But pretty much, this algorithm goes like this. I'll do it on like this. So this is how it goes. So it's on the back, remember? So you go 3. You do slash 3, comma -3. Remember the algorithm will be right here. Slash -3 slash -3, comma 0 slash 3, comma 0 slash -3, comma 0 and then slash. Then that way we just solve all the corners. Okay, guys. So guys, I'm going to tell you guys what this thing is that there's going to be 2 types of things you want to be doing. This is an algorithm I'm going to be teaching you guys. This is how it goes. You go slash 6 slash 6, comma 0 slash 6, comma 0. Then you get this thing popping out. If you want to undo it, you do the same thing like that. The next algorithm I want to teach you switches the layers immediately. It just goes like that. So as you can see, the two layers just got switched. And the algorithm goes like this: slash 6 6, comma 6 slash, and that's simple. Slash 6 6, comma 6 slash. So it's really that simple. Those 2 algorithms are just trying to get out of the way. So guys, we are back, and okay. So the thing about this thing is I'm gonna do it again. So you want to do it this way. Now we go slash 3. That's how it looks fast. Do it again over here. So then I'll actually go through it right here. So it goes slash 3, comma -3 slash 0, comma 3 slash -3, comma 0 slash 3, comma 0 slash -3, comma 0 slash, and then you have that. This is what I call freelance. You just do it twice. I do it once randomly here. Then as you guys can see, it's right here. Bring it back and then do it again. So guys, we've come to our last step of how to solve a Square-1. It's been a long time, but it is actually the simplest tutorial because I'm actually going through stuff because Brendan, even though he's really fast, he has a good tutorial, His only problem was he never actually explained two steps, cube shape and EP, which is edge permutation. I'm going to be explaining this thoroughly and helping you guys actually understanding how this thing works. Pretty much, I'm going to show an example of how he just pretty much taught you. He pretty much just did this. So he just said this. So Square-1 and this is the algorithm I'm going to be showing you in a couple of seconds. It's not this algorithm, but he would just say this. He would say, so pretty much Square-1 is kind of like a self-explanatory thing. So I'm going to go show you guys real quickly. I'm just doing the algorithm. And he just keeps on rambling about how it's pretty much self-explanatory and how it's really simple to learn. But he doesn't actually show you how to get rid of all this stuff. And he never actually explains how to actually solve it. He just gives you an algorithm and says you should be ending up with this case in the end. And after that, teaching us that case, he would just say, okay, if you ever end up with parity, then here is the parity. And then he just tells you it's honestly really stupid because he doesn't actually teach you. I'm not saying that he is stupid, but I think he should have done a better job of teaching somebody on how to actually go through all this, because it took me almost a month to go actually learn how to do this self-explanatory. So I'm going to actually show you guys things that you must know, like cases that you might want to know to get rid of. Also, I'm going to be teaching you three algorithms for this last step, because those algorithms are going to be really helpful whenever we get faster, and they're going to be helpful right now. So, two of the algorithms are not going to be too long, they're not going to be too harsh. Remember, the only the only actual algorithms I taught you were the cube shape 1 algorithm, which is only depends if you have it, the EO algorithm, which you're always going to have actually unless you're really lucky, and then the CP quantum permutation 1, and then I'm going to be teaching you the parity algorithm, the actual edge permutation algorithm, and then this other algorithm that's going to be really helpful. It's only 6 algorithms. It's not as harsh as 3x3, whereas 3x3 you're going to learn, you have to learn quite a bit of algorithms, which is going to be pretty frustrating for you, but I mean, it just depends. So pretty much, here I'm going to teach you it. So, if you ever get a case kind of like this, so if you guys know how to solve the 3x3, then you would know that there's like a thing right here that it's like a case when you have this, kind of like this. Sorry if those are too bright. As you can see, that's orange, and that's anyway. Okay, so this case is used with the a notation called M. M is this. That is a notation. When it comes to 3x3, M means using your ring finger or your index finger to move the middle slice of the 3x3 up. Now I want to teach you guys how this works for Square-1. Square-1 goes like this. Their M moves or it goes like this. It goes 1, 0, slash, -1, -1, slash. And then you'd have, see this, and that. Of course, bring it back to normal. Then, to get rid of it, and to actually follow through, you'd go M2, same thing. Okay? Then, if you learn this thing, then you'd get, it'd be way easier. Whenever, I'm just gonna tell you this right straight to you guys, if you ever see something like this, then it doesn't matter where you match it up to. Just do it to something and just go and do that case, because then it would get rid of stuff for you. So yeah. Then, okay, I'm gonna teach you guys a couple cases that I want you guys to know about. Wait, let me go switch to those sides. If you ever get a case like this, whenever you have two, like just 3 edges, this is normally called a U-perm. U-perms are like this. They go like that. The way people solve it is they go like that. that. But I learned a way that's actually really simple. If you ever get it, doesn't matter if it's a UA perm or UB perm, you use this algorithm. This algorithm is pretty, I taught you guys in the beginning, but I'll do it again. It's -2, (0) slash 3, (0) slash -1, (1) slash -2, (1), or just 1 slash, and then you just get this thing. Well, if you do on this thing, facing on the solve side facing towards you, you'd get, if I do that real quick, you would get this case. And if you do it again, like this, or I guess if you do this, then you end up, wait, my bad, sorry, oh my gosh. So if you do this, and then end up with that, what you would do is you do it again, then you end up with this thing, do it again, then you would end up with this case, which obviously, if you ever get these two, if you get one adjacent edge, another adjacent edge, you just do that same algorithm when it's together, and you would solve the cube, and that's how I would get through it. So if you ever see those U perms, you just pretty much do that same algorithm continuously until it solves itself. You get this one. This one is pretty simple. If the edge that's the opposite of that color, but in this one it's not, then if you do that algorithm, then you're gonna end up with this. Just quickly go back to what I was saying. But if you do get this algorithm, this one right here, then you would have to do this a lot until you finally solve it. But for this case, so if you ever get those, then just do that. For this case, if you just have adjacent edges like this, then just find those two colors that match each other. So this is blue and orange, and this is blue and orange right here. So you'd want to match it. Don't worry about the corners, just do that. Do the algorithm again, then you would end up with this case. So most of the time you're going to end up with a U-perm, and again, just do that. And then whenever this happens, just refix it so the solve face is coming towards you. Do it again. And then do it again. Then actually this time make it face towards you. Do it again. And then you have this thing. Then it'll be easier. Do it again. And then of course solve it. Okay guys, so the next thing I'm going to be teaching you guys is it's going to be parity. So parity looks like this. Okay, parity looks like this. Pretty much, it's so frustrating. Actually, if you ever have this, if I go look at Derpy Keeper's suggestion of how to get good at Square-1, which I watch millions of times, it helps me to get under, it got me under sub 30. You guys want to see it? Here is the clip.
Step letter 3. Don't get parity. Just don't, okay? It is very easy to avoid parity in the Square-1 solve. Here is how you do it. Don't get parity.
So he says to not get parity. But if you ever do get parity, here's what I'm going to teach you. So I try to memorize it this way. So if I do this part, so it goes like this. Slash down. That's how it goes. So I just showed it to you guys slowly, but this is how I'm gonna go help you guys learn it. So this part helps me learn it really good. So if I learn this part, where it goes like this, so you do slash down down. Then I first learned that part. Next part I learn is slash 0, -3 slash 0, -3 or 0, 3. That also helps. The next set I learn is this. The next step I learn is this. This is my trademark. That's why I know I'm doing good. Then I bring it down. This. Then, this one's also a big one. If I learn that, down. Then I have these three, and immediately I know what I have to do. I have to first line these two up like that, slice, move once, down, and like that.
So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this tutorial, then please leave a like and subscribe. If you like my tutorial, and if it's too long, then just tell me. I just wanted to make it as thorough as possible for you guys to actually learn it, because I've seen videos that are like 15, or even like 10 to like 20, almost 30 minutes, and I still don't think it's enough. That's why it's like 40 minutes long. It might be too long, but if you don't know how to solve it, I mean, it might be good for you. But anyway, tell me guys if you liked this video and this format of the video. I'm actually going to be serious about it, because it's not part of my cubing comedy videos. So if I'm doing this tutorial, I'll actually be a little bit serious about it. I'm gonna be uploading a 99 alg EP, all 99 algs on Square-1. So a little bit of background knowledge about my Square-1 experience is that I actually, when I first started Square-1, I got an MF8, and I had no lube at that time, because I just started cubing. So I pretty much just said nope to Square-1, pushed it to the side, and didn't even touch it. Didn't even learn how to solve it. And finally, I literally solved every single puzzle in my collection except for that Square-1. So I said, you know what? Let me go and learn how to solve it. And I did, but I didn't know Parity Algorithm. So there's a long story along with that. I might have to make my own series of life stories, kind of like Cubarithms. But tell me if you guys want me to do that. Because I have a lot of funny stories I would like to share to you guys, but about my cubing, life. But anyway, I'm average around 20, almost to about 45 seconds, 45, 40, 37-ish, and 45 up, 37 and up is just pretty much unluckiness. You just gonna get I mess up an EP alg, but I know a little bit more advanced stuff on Square-1. That's why I'm kind of better at it now. If you guys want to see more tutorials like this, leave a like, and thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys in my next video.